Hi, it's your boy Solomon again. I just want to talk to you about an exciting thing which I'm about to start. I'm about to go through a whole series of how to create a live DVD production or a live audio production. What are the stages you go through to make sure that your audio or you deliver something well? Because a lot of people don't know the stages. They jump and get into this and they haven't thought through what are the things I need to know. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is your pre-production. What are the things you need to talk about in your pre-production? You need to think about, what songs are going into your project. What are you going to use? So all your planning takes place in your pre-production. You need to sit down and think about your pre-production. You need to make sure that if you need your loops done or your click sounds done, if you're going to use all the systems you're going to decide to use, remember, these things happen in your pre-production. Make sure that you plan well. I'm going to talk to you about your post-production. I've already posted a video about what to go through when you're thinking about doing a live DVD, so I'm not going to spend long on that, but I'm going to talk to you about the things you need to remember about your post-production. I've already talked about how you set up your cameras in one video already, but this time I just want you to focus on how can we make this production work. Then secondly, we're going to talk about your post-production. So after you do your production, you do your post-production. How are you going to handle all the different files? How are you going to handle how to sync them? What do I do to make sure that I have all the projects done, the multicam edit, for the videos. Also, I'm going to talk about the audio process. What do you need to talk about? Okay, so you've got your audio mixed, then you need to get it mastered. What are the things you need to consider? What about overdubs and changing stuff in the song? How does that affect the video edit? Then from there, after we talk about the post-production, we're also going to do a video, yes, just for you, a video on distribution. Because one of the so what? You've done your thing. What are you going to do with it? So how do we get it distributed? A little bit of a secret I'll tell you is, if your plan is to get it sold on iTunes, remember, less is more. You don't need a lot of songs on your iTunes. However, if you're going to get it streamed on Spotify, what you need is a lot of songs, because streaming needs a lot of hours. So you get streamed by songs, but then when you're selling an album on iTunes, you get sold by album. So somebody with a 12-track album and someone with an 8-track album will sell about the same, but the person with a 12-track album will get more money because when they're streaming, because their album is played for longer. Remember that, and I shall give you such type of information. Look forward to this. So after you distribute your music, we're going to talk about marketing. A lot of people just sit their albums on distribution platforms and they do nothing. So we need to talk about what do we need to look at when we market our videos. What are the strategies we can do to get into markets we haven't thought of? And also, I'm going to introduce to you, ding ding, a project I've been working for called Gospel Pipeline. I will talk to you about it. I am just trying to get my head about it. I've spoken to a lot of people about this thing. It's going to help you change the way you do your music. So, my fellow believers, after you do your marketing, we're going to talk to you about touring. How can you get tour dates? What do you need to consider? All those type of things we're going to do in this special. Remember, this is just for you. My friend Rachel told me, make my videos short. So I'm going to try to make my videos short when I do this series. So starting from next week, I'm going to be dropping the first one. Remain blessed.